is up, you hornets? It's me, your host once again, Jeremiah Duncan. Welcome back to the channel. Today's review I got for you is a late or early 90s film. I think a lot of people enjoy it. Let's talk about it. I'm talking about the 1993 Leprechaun. So yeah, this came out in 1993, runs for about 92 minutes. If you haven't heard of this, I'm sorry, but let's get you connected. A horrific leprechaun, played by Warwick Davis, goes on a rampage after his precious bag of gold coins is stolen. He uses all of his magical destructive powers to trick, terrorize, and kill anyone who is unlucky enough to hinder his relentless search. In a frantic attempt to survive the wrath of the leprechaun, Tori, played by Jennifer Aniston, and her friends scramble to find the only weapon known to kill the Irish monster, a four-leaf clover. However, until they discover a four-leaf clover or return all the gold taken from the rainbow's end, this fairy tale nightmare only has just begun. So, this is a classic, dare I say classic, it's a cult classic film. I think it had a budget of like $900,000, and I think in the box office it did $8.5 million. So it did its thing. It shows that B movies can make it and can become big, even on a low budget film. It's also, like it said, early appearance of Jennifer Aniston in a supporting role. She does great in it, and it's just cool to see a younger version of her and the things that she went on to do to be successful in her career. So, low budget horror comedy. It's definitely got the comedic vibe to it, which makes it super fun. It leans into the campiness of it, and the evil leprechaun played by Davis actually brings the cheesy but dedicated energy to this kind of killer fairy tale thing like it was talking about. And the vibe works if you embrace the goofiness of it, and it's just a fun film to watch and just super enjoyable. It's got memorable kills in it. It's got the creative horror comedy thing going on, and just over-the-top violence and practical gore. It's just a nice fit for a 90s horror flick that is just super, super fun. Again, cult status, considering the tiny budget versus the profit. It proved that there was money in B horror movies, that we want these, that fans want these, and we enjoy them. And it spawned a lengthy and long franchise, which is really cool. And it was also, horror fans just love that. Now, a couple of the lowlights here I will have to say, though, is it's not extremely scary, nor is it highbrow or anything like that. It's irreverent, and it's just a horror. Some horror purists, or even people that aren't into kind of slapstick horror, are going to absolutely hate this movie and think it's too cheesy or silly. Of course, there's no characters, and the writing is thin on this, but that's not why you're watching this. You're watching it for comedy, for horror, and the ridiculousness of a movie called Leprechaun, let's be honest. It was the first theatrical production by this company as well, and it just rocketed them into success, which is really, really cool. And the original intent was actually straight horror when they made this film, but the way that Davis played the leprechaun, and just the way they kept trying to reshoot it over and over because it was just coming off goofy, they ended up embracing it, and the dark humor with the gore, and just dialed it up, and it just knocked it out of the park. Again, I'm giving this a 6.5 out of 10, 6.5. If you've seen it, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this goofy, gory, low-budget film. I enjoyed it. Stick around, I got more coming to you. Appreciate you.